Hey everyone, this is Bailey Patton doing Scavenger Hunt 4. What are the elements of negligence in Tennessee? So I went to Westlaw, and in the search bar I have my jurisdiction as at Tennessee, and then I typed in prima facie in quotes, and then and negligence, and searched. And this came up, and it says, in order to establish a prima facie claim of negligence, you have to have duty of care owed to the defendant by plaintiff, a breach of that duty, injury or loss, cause in fact, and proximate or legal cause. And then for the second question, what are the elements of negligence per se in Tennessee? I went back to Westlaw, kept my jurisdiction as Tennessee, and then typed in negligence per se in quotes, and then just typed in elements at the end. And I got this case, Rains v. Bend of the River. And I scrolled down to this head note right here, and it says finding of negligence per se is not equivalent to finding a liability per se. Plaintiffs in negligent per se cases must still establish causation in fact, legal cause, and damages. So it has three elements. So the three elements are causation in fact, legal cause, and damages. And then for the third question, find at least one statute that you can use to satisfy the violation of law element in negligence per se. So I'm going to bring up the statute that I used in my complaint, and I just typed in dog bite and kept the jurisdiction at Tennessee, and I got this case. And what I found was this statute, and it's 10 Code Ann 448413, and it's about injury caused by dogs and civil liability. The owner of the dog has a duty to keep the dog under reasonable control at all times, and to keep that dog from running at large. A person who breaches the duty is subject to civil liability for any damages suffered by a person who is injured by the dog while in a public place or lawfully in or on private property of another. So with that being said, it's basically stating that the owner of the dog, Mr. Humphreys, has a duty to keep his dogs under control and running at large, meaning confined in the backyard and not just running around the neighborhood. He didn't do that because there was a hole in the fence, and then he breached that duty of civil liability. So he's responsible for the damages suffered by Mr. Hank and the minor. So that's it for my scavenger hunt number 4.